Jaimie Adams, and I was a volunteer for Wentworth Hospice out of Somersworth, New Hampshire. And Seacoast Medical Reserve Corps, or SMRS, had actually sent out a request for somebody to fill in as an LNA at a nursing facility, a nursing home. And I spoke with my husband because I'm a stay-at-home mom, and we had a 2-year-old daughter at the time. And my mom was lucky enough that she was staying here with us for a period of time, and talked about it with my family, and they know I don't like standing around doing nothing if I'm able to help. So I answered the request for help, and that's how I got involved with Colleen. And then I ended up 6 or 7 weeks working in the facility, and then a 2-week quarantine after that. So I was away from my family for 2 months.
Right.
I'm Colleen Monks, the South Central Public Health Emergency Preparedness Coordinator and South Central New Hampshire MRC Director.
What would normally be a nursing home ended up being hospital wards because these people couldn't leave their rooms. They were all very sick. I was working on the COVID unit. And so all of the residents that I was working with at the time were sick with COVID. They had all tested positive. Nurses running one way, I'm running the other, trying to get a person stabilized, getting their breathing and getting them on oxygen. All of a sudden, now you're going from LNA to EMT to try to help treat these people. So I saw the whole wave. Bunch of stable people to a bunch of unstable people, back to stable people. And unfortunately, we lost a lot of those residents in that time.
She had hazmat and decontamination training, and I think that was so helpful in the facility given COVID and how quickly it spread. So she was just amazing. We could count on her. She did whatever the hours they needed her to do. Staff were really just really loved her experience that she had, and just her work ethic was incredible.
Often while she was there, usually at pretty odd hours because of her work schedule, I was kind of one of the people she bounced stuff off to and vented to, and I that was an honor for me as well, because I know how difficult that was. And then I know that last 2-week quarantine before she could come home, where I swear that was tougher than anything else for her. But she made some beautiful puzzles and she did the right thing. My name is DJ Antone, and I am the volunteer coordinator for Wentworth Hospice. I would have to say that Jaimie was, much as I hate to swell her head, one of the most unique volunteers I've ever had. She just gives everything she has, and often I had to rein her in because I was like, you got to balance things out here a little bit. But that's the way Jaimie is. And because of it, a lot of people have benefited. I've benefited. I found it hard because I'm emergency services oriented. So you're with a patient less than an hour. You don't know any, you know their name and their medical history, and that's it. You drop them off at the hospital. You never see them again. And I found it difficult to be with these people, and you're getting close to these people, and a lot of them, you're the last one that they saw, the last eyes that they see, the last hand that'll ever hold their hand, the last voice that they're ever going to hear. And I think that will always stick with me, in hopes that nobody ever has to see that again, because it's not something that I'll ever forget, because I was the family, or, other caretakers were the family, and it wasn't easy.
What she did in COVID was just outstanding. And I just am so grateful that she was able to step up and do that volunteer work, and grateful from, my community for the long-term care facility, and just having someone like that just during COVID to be able to do that and risk her own life and safety just to go in there to the facility was just unbelievable. So thank you, Jaimie. Again, I can't say enough. she's just so deserving of this award. I'm so thrilled that she's getting this